I use herbs and spices for both spiritual and health reasons, particularly for protection. I've always believed this to reflect ancient animistic beliefs, that all of God's creation has a spirit or a soul, thus uniting the spiritual and the medicinal. Indeed, I've become something of a herbalist in my mountain home, and my neighbours seek out my advice on ailments. In part, this reflects that I don't charge for my expertise, but also the lack of Western medical expertise where I live. However, I need to add that my expertise is nothing like as certain as that of Parcano. I seem to understand the effects of the chemical properties on the body, whereas Parcano focuses on the soul. Nevertheless, I had never given too much thought to this, and had atomised the benefits as science encourages to do. However, I've recently come across a number of AI-generated vlogs about herbs and spices, which have made me give some more thought to this. As you know, I'm very sceptical of AI, given its ability to convincingly fabricate information. I have attempted to check my contents, but apologise if I've inadvertently carried forward fabrications into my vlog. Not unnaturally, my focus is on those herbs and spices I commonly use and indeed grow at my home in Java. In fact, whilst I grow many of these herbs and spices for medicinal and culinary use, we do believe that the plants in the garden provide an important spiritual advantage, especially protecting us from black magic, often neutralising the use of another herb used in magic. And this is not unlike the use of such herbs in Wiccan protection jars. Again, despite holding these views, it's not something I've given any real deep thought to. But what impressed me about these AI vlogs was how universal these associations are, often across cultures. However, this vlog is not intended as a comprehensive description of the use of herbs and spices within Western witchcraft. It is thus a very personal description of what I do in Java, with reference to other countries. Pepper is a flowering vine in the family Piperaceae, cultivated for its fruit, which is called a peppercorn. It's usually dried and used as a spice and seasoning. The fruit is a drupe, i.e. a stonefruit, which is about 5 millimetres in diameter, fresh and fully matured, dark red, and contains a stone which encloses a single pepper seed. Peppercorns and ground pepper derived from this may be described simply as pepper, or more precisely as black pepper, cooked and dried unripe fruit, green pepper, dried unripe fruit, red pepper, dried ripe fruit, or white pepper, ripe fruit seeds. I also mention other spices from the same family, but this does not include chili pepper, which is from the Capsicum family, although often used in similar ways. Pink peppers are from the Anacardiaceae family, which are related to cashews. Nevertheless, they are often mixed with true peppers. I believe that pepper originates from the Malabar coast in India. However, some varieties that I'll discuss are more likely of Southeast Asian origin, possibly Javanese origin, where it is known as mericha. It is grown across the equatorial region, including South America, but the world's largest producer is Vietnam. Pepper contains phytochemicals, including amides, piperidines, and pyrrolidines. Pepper appears in the Buddhist Samala Phala Sutta as one of the few medicines a monk is allowed to carry. Black pepper was believed to cure several illnesses, such as constipation, insomnia, oral abscesses, sunburn, and toothaches, amongst others. Pepper is known to cause sneezing. Some say that pepperine, a substance present in black pepper, irritates the nostrils, causing the sneezing. Certainly pepper is a powerful antioxidant, which means that it cleans up free radicals and is thus useful in the prevention of cancer, heart disease and ageing. In particular, it may help with breast, colon and prostate cancers. It's also useful in lowering cholesterol and thus may have a role in heart disease, particularly when used in combination with turmeric. It's anti-inflammatory and thus useful in preventing arthritis and maybe asthma. It may help to improve the brain function and could be useful in treatment of Alzheimer's. Whilst more research is necessary, it does seem to affect blood sugar and thus may have a role in treating diabetes. Pepper appears to help in the absorption of other spices, promoting gut health, pain relief and reducing appetite. Pepper is known for its antimicrobial properties and is often used as a food preservative. When it's used in botanical essential oils form, it helps to cleanse surfaces of any harmful bacteria. It's also been found in different studies to stimulate the senses and sharpen memory. Spiritually, black pepper activates the third eye and helps to open your mind to the spiritual realm. The oil also encourages emotional strength during challenging times and can help relieve negative emotions. Black pepper energizes and clears energy blocks. The oil is especially useful for the third chakra to promote healthy personal power, self-worth, courage, stamina and self-control. In the Ayurvedic aromatherapy, black pepper is pungent and hot. Thus, black pepper's fiery nature is thought to ward off evil spirits and break spells or curses. It can be used in various black pepper spells, such as in protective sachets or sprinkled around the perimeter of your home for spiritual defence, sometimes combined with salt, as it is in Indonesia. Black pepper is sometimes used for cleansing rituals. Its sharp, pungent aroma is believed to clear stagnant energies and purify spaces, including on dead bodies. Some traditions burn pepper as incense for this purpose, sometimes on top of charcoal, although it should be done cautiously due to the potentially irritating smoke. Also, pepper can attract spirits, not always benevolent. Indeed, in Java, we use black pepper with reverence, as its fiery nature is likely to work against our wishes, as with, especially if engaging in black magic. In hoodoo or folk magic, pepper is often used in hot foot power or spells designed to drive away unwanted people or influences. It's also incorporated into spells for increasing personal power, enhancing virility, or adding heat to any magical working. A pepper jar has been used for protection and harm in Western witchcraft. It may also contain sharp objects and nails, a little like the bamboo tube I discovered under my floor. More recently, it's been associated with love magic and money magic, often including candles in the spells. Interesting, love magic is one of the main uses of peppers in Islamic Sunda and Banten magic in Indonesia. The peppercorn is believed to resemble the female, clitoris. Rubbing the corn excites the target female, even bringing her to climax. Although in other Islamic traditions it is used for protection from the evil eye. Certainly in the Western magical tradition it's been used for sending back spells. In Eastern spiritual practice, black pepper is considered to have a warming, stimulating effect on the body's energy centres or chakras, sometimes used in meditation practices or energy work to invigorate and balance the root chakra, which is associated with grounding and stability. It is associated with protection, exorcism, jealousy, negativity, strength, confidence, gossip. The ruling plant is Mars, the element is fire, and the gender is masculine. I grow Java long pepper, pipa longum or cabai jawa, in my garden and include it in my Jamo health drink. It's somewhat spicier than black pepper and gives Bombay Sapphire its distinctive taste. I associate it with medicinal use as a pepper, but especially for digestion, the gastrointestinal tract and arthritis. It works particularly well with turmeric, which is the main ingredient of my jamu. A long pepper will stimulate the circulation and increase vasodilation. Increased vasodilation can be helpful to clear stubborn fevers from the body and also support any circulatory weakness. Its invigorating nature and action on the blood make the long pepper effective at banishing characteristically cool and damp conditions of the musculoskeletal and nervous system. A long pepper is primarily used for cold, wet and mucous conditions of the lungs. It encourages vasodilation and therefore increases circulation, specifically to the lungs. Long pepper will treat mild fever and alleviate the concurrent aches in the muscles and joints. Given that asthma and arthritis are regular reactions I have when black magic is sent to me, I find it particularly useful. It's used in Indonesia as a male treatment for erectile dysfunction, especially when combined with powdered seahorse. It's also used to treat cholera. It's often burnt in Java to cleanse a room, but like pepper, care needs to be taken, as it can open an anchor or portal to the other world. Nia Chabe and her husband, Tumenggung, were sheltering in Majapahit nobles. It's said that she was tall, had yellow skin colour, and always wear her Jarik Barong and a Kembang Batu motif shirt in green or black. Nia Chabe was skilled in mixing Javanese herbal medicine. One of the ingredients used in her herbal medicine for strength and body warming was the Javanese long pepper. Nia Chabe's grave in Cabean, near Wonogiri, is not far from my home in Java, and is a site of Kejawen pilgrimage. While some of those do use the visit for the purpose of pesugian, it's particularly popular with those wishing to develop herbalist skills. The grave is believed to be guarded by a large Gendawara ghost. In the Western magical tradition, it is used to make dead man's hand talisman that is said to impart invisibility and protection to its owners. Also grown in Java is kubed pepper, with similar properties to the long pepper. Summarising the difference between black pepper and the others we've mentioned, white pepper carries all the properties of black pepper with extra potency in the domain of purification. It's also powerful in banishing and exposing the truth spells, decomposition, wilting and dying to expose the core. Pink pepper holds all the magic of black pepper with the added properties of the protection of self-love, femininity and friendship. With rainbow peppercorns, you've got the power of all four colours of pepper in one batch, so protection, purification, vitality and self-preservation spells. Green peppercorns, the youthful version of black peppercorn, adds to spells to preserve beauty, promote vitality and love. Utilise long or Java pepper in protection spells that need to last a long time. Red pepper, properties of love, passion and drive to the list. The colour red associates with ancestors and therefore the bloodline, and the use of red peppercorns in ancestral protection magic. Szechuan peppers, pungency, provide an additional kick to spells, especially malevolent spells. Szechuan pepper is similar to and has the same associations as Batak lemon pepper. Or kava, Piperaceae, is a related crop of the Pacific Islands. Kava is consumed for its sedate